Alright, another day in Oregon. Smoker's getting heated up. It's sitting at about 160. I think I just have it on smoke. I'm just heating up the pellets. We're going to let those warm. I'll grab my gloves too. I thought I'd give you guys a quick view. See over the mountains. Nice blue sky day. I can't see, I'm wearing sunglasses. If I can get closer. Oh, that's as close as I can zoom in. So, today, what we're going to do, let's zoom out. I'm going to spin you around. And we're going to go to my board. Today, record the board is going to be gone outside. It's almost 90 degrees. My house is nice and cool, but it's nice right here. There's a nice breeze going, and since I'm doing vegetables and nuts and stuff like that, I thought I'd do it outside. I have cherry on the smoker. I'm going to run 275 for about, maybe I'll run a little lower. Yeah, I think I'm going to run, I'll run I'll just do 250 today. I don't want to smoke 2.5 to 3 hours. We'll see how it does. I was going to run 275. We'll run 250. And we're going to smoke the nuts. They're all raw, so we'll see how we end up. And the pecans are going to go for a dish we're going to do. I'll probably finish it tonight. I got to do a lot of inside food processor stuff. The beans, cannellini beans and butter beans, they're going to be for a hummus for a vegetarian sandwich. Since I'm going full vegetarian, I can't use butter, I can't use dairy, I can't use anything, so I'm going to make a hummus with beans that have kind of that natural buttery flavor to make for a spread to put on the sandwich. And this is a kind of a cross between a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, since I don't have any cheese and I don't have any steak, all I have is the bread, and a I believe it's Filipino banh mi sandwich, where you got marinated seasoned meats or hams or such. Since I have no meats, I'm going different. I'm going teriyaki portobello mushrooms with garlic button mushrooms, and then I'm going to do a homemade pickle on cucumbers, onions, and carrots, and we're going to put that on there, and we're going to do it in a French loaf. The almonds are just because I want almonds. I'm in the mood, so I made a little seasoning mix. I'll tell you what that is when I sit down and start messing with it. And the pecans, I'm just going to do a little bit of brown sugar and kind of get a praline type thing for the stuffing. It's kind of a Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas. It's a stuffed butternut squash with a cauliflower cornbread pecan stuffing and a maple cognac glaze. And we're going to smoke that on the smoker as well. It's so many little parts to it that I want to do. I have to do a little bit at a time. So we'll get started. Oops, forgot my bowl. Yes, can you bring my bowl that's sitting right there I brought out? The little tiny baby bowl? No, just a bowl. Ceramic bowl. It's next to the stove. probably set it down somewhere. I'll bring out another bowl and a container. It's not in my pocket. Ash, you want to check cam view?
I'm doing
It's going to be really hard to work in this chair. So, I'm not switch. Let's go to the cooler. Cooler works better. Don't mind my feet and everything. Okay. So, where do we want to start? Let's start with the beans. My beautiful assistant, Essie, will probably reset the smoker when I'm ready, and she'll put them on there. I got these little pans. They're kind of a vegetable steamer pan. They're pretty inexpensive. We can post the link eventually when we figure out how to post links. We're getting kind of working through that system. I like to save the bean juice. It's usually thick like a syrup, but it's not a syrup. It's just they pack it in water and the starch expands. Cannelloni beans. Okay. Spread them out. S, can you do me a favor? Click that up to 250 and start it so I can get it set up for a run.
220.
Yeah, I'm on regular. It was on smoke.
It's at the 250.
Okay. Here you go, babes. Put one on. Always want to start with a little juice in the pan, that way it drips. Catch whatever. But that's also so it can, the perforation, so it can smoke underneath. If I want, I can take the water out. It's just if it's got any sugariness or anything to that. I do that a lot with beef roasts. See, this one's pretty liquidy too. And I might use this liquid, depending. It's just water. But it's water that had the beans soaked in it. This time I'm going to use a little foil pan. I'm going to use butter beans. Big old hunk of butter beans. This should make a really nice creamy, these are really creamy beans. Should make a really nice creamy hummus with fresh herbs. We're going to use peppery herbs off of this. So we have the creamy element, that with a little tahini. We're going to use, I'm going to use roasted garlic. I'll bring it out and put it on the grill. And put a little olive oil with it, and we're going to roast that till it gets to a nice golden brown sweetness. I might roast a pepper or two, and we'll put a little roast red pepper in there to give it a little sweetness. And that way, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not using any sugar. I probably will not even use any salt. I'm going to use beans, olive oil, tahini, and herbs, and we'll see where we end up. And then we'll tune it a little bit, basically to taste. The herbs I'm playing with are called savory, and the other one's arugula. Arugula has a natural peppery flavor, and so does savory. So I've never done this before, never used it before. This is kind of I know what each thing tastes like on its own, and what we're going to do is try and put them together to make a special type of spread. So we'll see how things work out. S, can you put this one on, babies? And weird people driving by my house. So, until she's ready to put that on the grill. What, babe? Chad?
No, somebody drove by really slow.
I saw that.
And then, UPS guy's here. I gotta go get a package off the front door.
Okay, that's maybe our dishes. Can you put that on the grill real quick?
Yeah.
While I work on this. Pecans were the most ridiculous. I couldn't believe pecans. And this is like, I don't think it's a pound package, it might be. And these are broken ones. $10 a bag. Shut you guys off and get back to you when I'm doing my second batch, which will be the mushrooms and some of the other stuff. You guys like me talking? I mean, some people don't talk in their videos, so it's kind of a thing. It's just what I'm used to. Was it a package?
Yeah, this for you.
Okay.
He's gonna ask if you want a fork.
We're doing it the natural way. Because when you guys are at home, we're not catering. I'm not using a fork. I'm not, I could, but this is kind of the natural way. One little molasses in that. This is, I'm using dark, since I'm not adding other sauces to it. I kind of want the dark. If I was using another flavor with this, I'd probably go with light, because I want the other flavor to come in. I don't want the molasses to be the extra strong. Here, babes. That's going to be batch one. We'll check in on the smoker, and I'm out of containers to smoke on, so when we come back, we'll finish those and put them in bowls and let them cool, and we'll start the next batch. Kind of almost like a praline. A praline is actually taking brown sugar and butter and making a dark toffee base in a saucepan, and you actually just keep working it until it gets sticky to where it gets to almost candy crack. Then you fold in your pecans and you roll those. Then you pour everything on top of a silpat, which is a silicone non-stick surface, so you can lift it up, because if you pour it on a cookie sheet, you're going to have fun, and the cookie sheet's not going to be fun to clean. And you let that cool, and if you're at the point where, I think it's about 350 degrees if you're using a thermometer, where you're at hard candy crack, you'll almost have a pecan toffee. You can go less and just have a candied pecan, but I like it when it's at the pecan toffee stage where it's got a little bite through it, a little chew, because the pecans get chewy and you got that sweet golden on the outside. And you can even play with that. You can use a sprinkle of cayenne. This is the base for making, if we were making almond roca, I'd start my toffee the same way and add in my almond pieces, and I make my almond base, my almond toffee, and then I gotta melt the chocolate and do the chocolate layer, and I'll make almond roca. That's a Christmas thing. At the price of nuts and butter and chocolate, we'll see if I get around that, because I can't really do that on the smoker. I could smoke the almonds, or I can make coconut bars, toast the coconut out there. I made cookies last night, so we'll see where we get on that. So this now is part 2. We're going to take our commercial break, turn on Taste-O-Vision and Smell-O-Vision, and then we'll come back to you when those are a little more done and I'm ready to switch and get the mushrooms on and do the toasted almonds, and we'll be good to go. The beans will come off and I'll move those to the kitchen to cool. So figure about 30 minutes, but for you guys that'll be 30 seconds. All right, thank you. Well, I'm not going to put it there, I'm going to put it here. Why, is it on?
We're on now.
Oh, garlic to go to the smoker. A little water in the bottom, olive oil on the garlic. No butter. So let's let that roast, and a plum for me. So we'll pan you guys around. Don't get dizzy now. Everything's on the smoker, and we'll give it some time. I'm not really I can't really run a probe. I don't really care much. Pan up to see the mountains. Actually, the fire smoke's been pretty gone. So, nice day today. You can see we got some thunderclouds coming up over the horizon. That's over to the east, northeast. Hopefully we'll get some rain. It's been pretty dry, but don't know yet. We need it for the fires we got going in the area. So I think I'm going to leave you guys right here because I'll be working right here. Be back in a little bit. Alright, we're back. The garlic is roasted. It's nice golden brown. It's hot as hell. These need to go more time. The beans are done. Catch strays. Embrace temperature. The beans are definitely over here to air cool. And I'll clean these out. I'll get these set up, and when we get the mushrooms out here, we're going to start those in a couple of minutes after I bring the beans in the house and let them cool. Be back with you in a sec. Alright, I just put the mushrooms in. You can see them in the corner. That's the teriyaki. These are the garlic mushrooms. And the pecans are still slowly working their way there. I'm just going to let them roll. I'll check them in another 15 minutes and see what happens. I still haven't got to the almonds yet because I thought the pecans would be done. But that's the way it is. Okay, time to check the shrooms and the pecans. Pecans are ready to come out. So I gotta get a glove because that's gonna be screaming hot. And mushrooms are sweating. They got a while. I might even have to bring temperature up on them. Let me get the pecans out. No glove, no love. That's a right-handed glove. Perfect. They're almost ready. Almost where I want them. These guys got a lot more time. I might split them up and put them in two. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright, portobello mushrooms are done. They're coming off. The other mushrooms are getting there. They're almost there. Got another 5 minutes maybe. Get my stir. They're starting to sweat real nice. Portobellos are perfect. I just wanted them to a certain mouthfeel consistency. I'd probably take them all off right now. Let's take these guys out. Let me go get my ketchup. So this is part of the OXO grill set. It comes with 2 containers in here. And then everything kind of packs nice. The nice thing about it is you can put everything together. Got plenty of room. Now the hard part's going to be keeping my girlfriend out of portobellos so I can make a sandwich. Alright, everything's going to go in. I'll catch up with you when I'm ready to do omelets.